Hi, thank you for joining me. So today we are going to be talking about our Previews International program. Previews International is Coldwell Banker's luxury program. So if you have any reason to be in our luxury market, which all of you should, especially in today's very hot Colorado market, this is definitely a program that you want to look into. We do offer classes on previews. We offer tons of training throughout the entire year, so you can learn more about our entire previews program, but not just so much about the program, more so as learning about just the entire luxury market as it pertains to Colorado and the entire luxury lifestyle of living. That is really the bread and butter of our previews program, as we really do embody everything about that luxurious lifestyle. We want to make sure that all of our agents are equipped to handle those types of conversations, know how to work with that type of clientele, any of the dealings within those higher price points. And so we do offer everything that we can to help you feel very comfortable and confident in marketing yourself to a higher level of clientele. So let me go ahead and just jump us into our presentation here. I'm actually going to show you our previewsadvantage.com page. So within this page here, this is actually a really, really great website for you to come and visit anytime that you would like to learn about the program. But not only that, it's actually a really valuable tool that you can use if you would like to talk to your clients about what Previews is. So again, first and foremost, Previews International is a luxury marketing program. We do offer a ton of resources for your clients whenever they would like to have help in how to specifically market their property in that luxury tier. So any property, I just want to make a couple points as I move us further, but any property that is over the price point of $500,000, that is going to be in northern and southern Colorado. So if you are joining us today from our Loveland office or Fort Collins office or down in Colorado Springs or Pueblo, you're looking at a $500,000 price point, and that is going to allow that property to be considered a previews property. That means that your property then can enjoy any of our previews marketing that we offer. Now, if you are watching us, if you're joining us today from the Denver metro market, then that price point is going to be $600,000. So if you have a property of that caliber, then you can definitely market that property as previews. You do not need to be a previews property specialist in order to market a property as a previews property. That's one really, I think, great piece of information to know, because we do have many agents out there who believe that they cannot market a property without using that previews logo or any of the previews material, but you actually can, so long as the property is above those price points that I just mentioned. So a little bit on Previews International as a whole. I'm going to kind of scroll through some of this, and of course you do not need to go this far into detail if you were going to show some of your clients this website and let them know what Previews is, but you definitely do want to highlight some of these items. So I'm going to hopefully talk a little bit more, go into depth about about all of this stuff, but like I said, you'd want to condense that as you talk to your clients about this. So the Previews Advantage, it's actually a beautiful story. I really like it. I used to be heavily involved with our Previews program on a national level, and just really enjoyed my time in working with those properties and working with all of the agents who specialized in the higher end market. But the story is really kind of what caught my fancy. So it actually, Coldwell Banker has owned the Previews International brand for quite some time, and the story follows that the owner of Previews, the creator of Previews, is named Henderson Talbot, and back in the 20s, Henderson Talbot had this idea that he wanted to help bring homes to potential buyers in the high-end market. So in the 1920s, what's going on is our Great Depression. So there's not, it's kind of a tough market out there. If you think today's a tough market for your buyers, I mean, that was a pretty strenuous one then. And so Henderson Talbot, what he did was he actually would travel the globe looking for homes, high-end homes that people wanted to sell. He would photograph them, and then in his traveling and in the network that he's building, he would then showcase these photos that he would take of all of these, world-class homes to the potential buyers who he deemed were potential buyers, and he would match them appropriately. So it's kind of, oh, I did miss one piece because this is kind of like a fun little fact as well. Or not fact, it's our little fun, I guess, yeah, fun fact of our Coldwell Banker previews. But it's actually really neat because what he would do with those photos is he would put them into film strips. And that's how he would preview them in a person's home to the client. And it's really nice because we like to think of it as kind of today's modern YouTube slideshow, if you will. He was already doing that back in the 20s, so really neat. So the idea, though, behind all of that, and that's really what I'm trying to drive the point home here, is this idea of matching. You are doing the work to match your potential buyers to a potential home. And so in that, you need to involve yourself and immerse yourself in the entire luxury arena so that you can, talk the talk and walk the walk and be in that same lifestyle as any of those clients that you might have that just are kind of in an upper echelon of our communities. And so it's just really nice when you start building those relationships, networking, and you are going to, through your Coldwell Banker networks here, which I'm going to show in a second, not yet. So through a lot of the Coldwell Banker networks that you do have, you have colleagues that are working in France, in Spain, in London. When we do a lot of work, I used to make that connection for a lot of our agents so that they had somebody to connect their client to who was looking for a very particular Spanish property, for example. You do have a colleague at your fingertips who you can reach out to, and that's a part of your network. So we definitely took Henderson Talbot's idea and expanded in a very big way to just fit today's standards and to also make it very easy for you. So one of those ways that we make it easy is going to be through our advertising. With our advertising, we offer advertising for previous, not only previous property specialists, so not only if you carry that designation for yourself, but also just for the properties. We do advertising in print, online, social, and of course editorials. So I want to show you also what some of the print looks like. I'm going to go ahead and click on our print here. We have what's called the Homes and Estates magazine. This magazine is incredible. It's actually just kind of like what I was mentioning, about what Henderson Talbot used to do and go around and get all of his photographs of homes around the world. That's the same idea of this entire magazine. These magazines feature Coldwell Banker properties worldwide. And of course, these properties must fit the previous criteria. They do have to fit those price points, and price points are different based on markets. So some markets, for example, wine country in California, those price points can be upwards of 1.5 million. So it all depends on the market that you're in as far as getting qualified to be in this magazine. But this magazine is distributed very widely, and I wanted to see, we don't list it here, but I can tell you that it does go out. We actually have right here 300 individuals around the globe who are subscribers, but more so than that, it's actually polybagged with the Wall Street Journal. And so what that means is the Homes and Estates magazine gets inserted into the Wall Street Journal, and it does go out to subscribers who are sitting in the wealthiest zip codes around the world. So we want to make sure to put it there, and then we also get it on newsstands in China, in France, and some of those other countries that I mentioned. But it has a huge circulation, huge pool of potential viewers of this. So if you're ever in the airport and you do happen to see this on a newsstand, grab a piece. Hopefully one day you can be a part of this amazing platform to get the word out on your property. So not only do you have that Homes and Estates magazine, but you also have advertising opportunities with our partners throughout the entire luxury print media. So we also partner with Country Life. A lot of people know Rob Report, and they do look at Rob Report. Rob Report is likely placed in a lot of first class seating in airlines. They're in hotels, high-end hotels, things like that. Same with Condé Nast, same with Traveler, DuPont Registry. So all of these, if your home does have, certain, obviously these are going to be gorgeous homes, regardless, but there are certain homes that, have a special knack about them. For example, maybe one of them is the perfect vacation home that has the ski in, ski out area, and you're helping to market that. So that might be something great to have in the Traveler magazine, for example. You're trying to attract a certain buyer pool who would be interested in just having a secondary home. Makes it very easy for all of the guests that they're going to entertain to come skiing, for example. We also do direct mail lists. So we have worked with a third party who actually procures a list of potential buyers based on zip codes and based on interest areas. So we have a targeted direct mail list for yacht owners, for aircraft owners. We have them for, I believe, automobile owners, and there's about 5 other ones as well. But anytime that you would like to specifically do print marketing tailored to that group of people, definitely reach out to our marketing department here, which is Todd Moyer. He can be reached at Todd, T-O-D-D, .Moyer, M-O-I-R, at coloradohomes.com. You can let him know, and he can definitely get those lists for you. So all good stuff on the print side. Let me take us back over here, and I want to show you a little on the online. We have, so just talking a little bit about our syndication partners to begin. We do syndicate out. So as you know, with Coldwell Banker, if you don't know, this is going to be great news as well, but with Coldwell Banker, your listings are actually pushed out to over 700 different websites. So as soon as your listings hit the MLS and go onto coloradohomes.com, they are immediately syndicated to over 700 sites. Now, if your property is a previous property, you will also enjoy an additional syndication to some of the top real estate websites globally. So Wall Street Journal is a huge one, Robb Report, Mansion Global. We have a few that are proprietary to Coldwell Banker. That's going to be CBBCluxury.com, which is a microsite, as well as our previews site here for Coldwell Banker, which I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a second. 2 that I wanted to highlight, though, within your syndicate websites are List Globally and James Edition. These are awesome websites that don't get utilized nearly as much as I believe they should in our higher end market. List Globally is the world's largest conglomerate of worldwide real estate listings, high-end listings, excuse me, not just any listings. So you can come in here and you can search any country, any listings coming through. Absolutely amazing, and a really big piece for you to talk to with those potential clients who you're looking to take that listing to let them know all of the ways that you are marketing your information or their property out to the world. All of the online stuff, what I'm going through currently, is all free. When I was talking about some of your print items, taking out a magazine ad, those do come at a cost depending on the sizing of the ads that you want and the magazine, as well as the distribution. So those are a little different, but you do enjoy the online syndications at no cost to you. That's covered through your Coldwell Banker relationship, and so we do take care of that. The other website that I said I wanted to point out is going to be our James Edition. James Edition is awesome. It's actually a luxury blog. So it's not just about real estate. There are also going to be blog pieces and information surrounding, let's say jewelers. So they will showcase different jewelers around the world, maybe automobile manufacturers, of looking at like Teslas, for example, or Maseratis, anything like that. So they are showcasing just a higher end readership here with James Edition. So this is also a great one to look at, to link to in your own social media. There's going to be really great articles within there as well. And of course there is, I wouldn't be talking about it if it didn't have any connection to real estate, but there is an entire real estate section in there. But this one's good just because, like what I just said, you can link a lot of the articles and the information back and forth between your own social media as well as, your website. You can post some of this information onto your website. So really just helping you to make yourself that luxury expert. CBBCluxury.com is a microsite, like I was mentioning. Let me just open up a window so I can show you what it actually looks like. You can apply to have your home featured here in our CBBCluxury.com featured home section. So if you come in here, you can see These are going to be all of the properties in our western region, again, just helping really get some more readership on that property for you and really just push out the information. So lots of California properties. It'd be wonderful to see a little bit more. I was just on the West Coast, and we are included in our western division, so ours would have been included first, and then so on and so forth with all of the other listings that are included in here as well. But you can see they are of a higher caliber, and we want to make sure to always make that be the case with our CBP luxury. Going back to where we were, next we have our ColdwellBankerPreviews.com. So you will also have your property syndicated out to CBP.com. Here you're actually getting, they do feature over 10,000 luxury properties. So I have that window open here. This is that website, and what's really, well, I mean, the website is extremely clean, so you can see what it looks like here, and as I start scrolling over to view more property details, you can see everything comes to color. Just looks gorgeous. So this is out in Arizona. What a beautiful, beautiful view of those tops there. And so your home can be featured as a homepage property if you selected to do that. Again, for these types of kind of enhanced placements, you just want to talk to your OA, and they would help you connect with Todd, and we can all get your information, get that beautiful shot that you want to have showcased. But you do get to see a ton of information, and of course your listing is showcased here on this site. Another note on this website as well, if you were a previews property specialist, meaning you met the certain criteria that is available, you filled out your application, sat with your managing broker, you could also be featured here as a previews property specialist. So you would have a profile page on here as well. Next, we also have ColdwellBanker.com. So on ColdwellBanker.com, you're actually getting over 1 million potential buyers visiting this website, and I will take us there just so you can see it if you haven't visited this site yet. But here on ColdwellBanker.com, we are featuring all listings. So if you wanted featured placement on your home screen that I'm showing now, that's something that you'd have to elect for, and they will only allow a previews property. But you do also receive your, if you were a specialist, you're going to have a little designation underneath your profile here. All of you should have a profile page already on ColdwellBanker.com. That's just a part of being with Coldwell Banker. You want to make sure that you do. If you don't know, you can click right here up in this login section, and you're just going to use your NRT Gateway login credentials. If you click login, you're going to want to select this portion here. Are you an agent? You want to click here. That is one way you're going to get into your ColdwellBanker.com profile. So lots of good stuff in there, but sticking to our previous topic, you can be assured that your previous properties will be pushed out to that website as well. Next, I'm going to show a little bit of our social. So social media, we have this awesome blog, again, that I don't think is utilized nearly as much, but this is a really great blog, previewsinsideout.com. I already have this pulled up here. Another beautiful blog that you can start, promoting on your very own Facebook page. You can take this content, add it to your own website. Lots of great stuff in here. And again, a lot that Coldwell Banker tries to do with its luxury program is not so much just about real estate. Luxury is a lifestyle, and so we want to make sure that you're being an expert in luxury, period. So you can see within here, we talk about a lot more than just real estate. So here we've got 10 of the world's most luxurious super yachts coming to Miami. Geez, a super yacht. If a yacht isn't enough, go with a super yacht. We've got our Jane Fonda's modernist Beverly Hills mansion. So that has to do with real estate, but obviously there are going to be real estate items within here. You can see all of the different recent stories, but again, really, really great stuff for you to just draw on for your own social media and help, again, really position yourself as an expert within the area. You've got all of these, pretty much everything that I showed you. So our Homes and Estates magazine, you can link to the digital versions within our blog here. Any real estate news coming out, this is going to be a really great place. Again, you're always going to get our luxury market reports coming in here. Our survey, our Wealth Engine survey is actually released as well. So top trends in shaping the luxury real estate landscape. These are just really great pieces, as you can see, to read through yourself, make yourself more of an expert in all all of those items. We also have an official preview social media page, or many social media pages for you to use. We've got Facebook, we have a Google Plus page, we have Twitter, and then of course, like I just showed you, we have previews inside out. We also have a previews Instagram page. So feel free to just look us up. It will likely be under Coldwinker Previews. If you were to just do a search on any one of those, it'll come up as either CB Previews, Coldwinker Previews International, or any of the sort, but definitely connect with all of the preview social media. Big stuff. And you can also, again, elect if you wanted to have your previews property showcased on those websites. The last little bit that I'm going to talk about as far as advertising for your high-end property is going to be our editorial press coverage. With press coverage, this is one area though that I want to say you do want to use selectively. Clearly anything, of a higher price point, and with the way that the Colorado market is nowadays, I mean, we are more so looking at kind of probably like a $900, nearly $1 million price point to enjoy some of these items. But the only reason I say that is because, our market is going like crazy. I saw, a tiny little brick home that was going for $800,000 in downtown, which was crazy. So we all see that the market is changing, and likely those previous price points will change as well as that market continues to grow. But regarding press coverage, some of those kind of the things that you're looking for in order to garner press coverage are going to be those very spectacular wow items. So if your home if your listing was owned by a past musician, a famous world musician, for example, and I bring that up because we actually do have one of these listings currently. We have an agent of ours who is listing Joe Cocker's estate, and so that is something that we definitely want to get some press out on. And for that one, we did a news outlet. We wrote up an editorial and had it reach international publications, and we focused on Latin America as well as the entire UK. So, and entire, I should say, just London area in general. So really, amazing things that can happen. I mean, not everybody is going to take a listing that, is Joe Cocker's or just a past musician. But if I'm trying to think of something else. If your property had, an Olympic-sized pool and a tennis court or something that maybe an athlete was using, and I know that that's come up before with down in our Colorado Springs market and living so close to our Olympic Center. So things like that, that is something that's very unique and extravagant that would interest a press news outlet so that they can start getting the word out on that. So if you ever had a question about whether or not your property deserves some of that press coverage, then just talk to us. We'll definitely be able to let you know. But regardless, we can always get a release out on anything that you might find newsworthy. We have some TV spots that we can do as well. Again, that is reserved for kind of those like really high-end deals. Like we just saw right now, Jane Fonda's listing. So that would be something that we definitely use on these items. But you do have these opportunities available to you, and I want to just make sure that that is known throughout our entire Coldwinker community through our luxury program. Huge offerings, not only at our local level, but really when you start getting into these, higher end price points, and especially us living here in Colorado with having our beautiful mountains and just lots of outdoor recreation activities, we do draw a certain crowd. And so there's a lot of ways that the company is helping you to promote those listings to really wow your clients and show them the power of the luxury brand here with Coldwell Banker. So earlier I mentioned, you do have colleagues sitting everywhere in the world, and I mean that's one of Coldwell Banker's largest assets is going to be your networking capabilities anywhere that you want. So if you have clients living within the state or within this country or another country, you can still work with these people. So it's really nice to know that you can pick up the phone, send an email, connect with, like I said, I mentioned earlier, Todd, to help you make that connection. You can do any of that just to know that you do have somebody on your side as well. Previous property specialists are among the most respected in the business, with 136 agent and teams that are ranked on the Wall Street Journal Real Trends report. So that is awesome. And the Real Trends reported America's top 1,000. So out of the top 1,000 real estate agents and teams for the entire country, Coldwell Banker houses 136 of those slots. And just between those agents alone, they generated over 8.8 billion in sales. So this is absolutely amazing. And this is always what's crazy to me is that we lead the next brand by 40% in those sales. It's ridiculous. I think we need to do a better job telling that story, and especially if you are feeling a little timid or a little in competition whenever you're going on those listing appointments, these kinds of stats are really, really good to draw and to really highlight. And that's why I mentioned too, of course, you're not going to go into the depth that I'm going into as I'm talking to you through this previewsadvantage.com site, but this would be a really great added piece to your listing presentation whenever you are connecting and talking with your potential clients to kind of go through and browse and they can see some of these numbers. Our global connections. So we are represented in 47 different countries and territories. We've got over 3,000 offices worldwide with over 84,000 independent sales associates. So all of this, again, at your fingertips. Never feel like you can't work somewhere because you're not physically there. You absolutely can, and you do have a partner in the business. So really good stuff. Again, this website is previewsadvantage.com. Please do keep this one kind of just, on hand. I think it's a really good site just to give a really great overview of everything that Previews has to offer. Next, I'm going to go through a couple items that just our local Previews program will also give you in addition to everything that I talked about here. So I'm going to switch over into a slideshow here. So let me start this one. And again, this is talking about our local program here for our Previews members strictly on our Colorado, in our Colorado front. So for this one, in order to join the Previews members program, again, here for Colorado, you need to have 2 listings and 3 sales over $600,000 in the last 24 months. And again, if you're joining us today from Fort Collins or Loveland or down in Colorado Springs or Pueblo, your price point is going to be $500,000. We also have lots of benefits of your membership here with the Colorado Previews group. You do get a 60-second spot on the CBTV show, which is a little bit more time than we would offer people who are non-previews. This right here actually is pretty remarkable, though. I love this. I actually took advantage of this as well. There's a 90-second personal video that you can actually come in and record if you wanted. So you know that we have a relationship here with Channel 2. And we have our Sunday morning TV program that we host. Now, this is something separate though. Because of that relationship that we have with Channel 2, we actually will buy studio time for you. So we come in, you can write your own script on any topic that you want. So you can have, a topic on why choose me as your real estate agent, or take a look at, this community that I am currently specializing in, or here are the tips of being a successful home buyer. I'm just kind of, spewing some things out, but you can choose any topic that you wanted, and you're going to have a video that will be professionally shot for you. So you can have your hair and makeup done. You're going to have the entire Channel 2 but their camera crew come in and actually shoot you. We can put that script that you created on a big screen. You're going to be mic'd up, and these videos, if you haven't seen them before, are completely gorgeous and just they're professional. They're professionally sound. You can take those videos. You're going to receive, I believe you get 1 or 2 edits if you needed to make anything after the video production team puts everything together, which I got to tell you, though, they do a phenomenal job at putting these pieces together. There's hardly anything to edit. And you can take that piece and do with it what you will. You can send that to your clients, add that to your emails, build that into your website, and obviously you're going to want to put that on social media. Really, really great stuff. So that's something that's offered through our Previews members program here, our luxury members program here for Colorado agents. We also do the gold envelopes. So this is the 100 cards that are mailed out to any homes that are going to be 600,000. And again, anytime that I say 600, I'm only talking about our metro area. And if you're, northern or southern, it's all 500. So these gold envelopes are going to be mailed out to 100 homes surrounding your luxury listing. And we want to make sure we will target only homes that are going to be priced at 600 and above. Again, there's going to be no charge to you if you are a part of this club, and then you can get any of the extra gold envelopes that you'd like at $1.85 a piece. In addition to those cards, we also do what's called the Agent Target Marketing Cards, ATM for short. And so within here, these cards are available in 14 different zip code areas, and they go out to a list. We already have a mailing list for you. And so what we do as the company is we actually underwrite 40% of the cost of these cards going out, and then you will actually be partnered with either between 3 and 5 other agents. There will never be more than 5. So it would be, I should say, between 2 and 4 other agents, including yourself, will be on these cards. And so the other 60% cost of the card, you will split that with the other agents. So this is something that, again, we're just helping to promote you around the luxury end. So these cards will constantly be going out with your name on them. And of course, along with other agents, but it's marketing for you to get your name out there in that luxury space. We do offer 8 meetings throughout the year, and a lot of them are, they're set to be your educational kind of sales clinics for just the luxury end. So with this one, we do, depending on some of the listings that we might have available here in our market, we will have sales clinics or networking meetings at some of those higher end listings. We also will do sales clinics at different businesses that we have relationships with or would like to have relationships with. So we'll do, like a higher end furniture store, or maybe at a dealership, for example. We want to see how other organizations in the luxury realm are also operating and what they're doing to maintain some of those relationships. So it's always nice to see how other industries are operating within the same clientele, the same group of clientele. And then also for you to build that relationship with people who you're meeting within these industries as well. So just kind of to list some of them, we went through the previews. I didn't show you the previews members only website, but that's also a website that we have that we can place your listings on, and you will also enjoy a profile on this page. We've got our cold winker previews that I showed you, and we do have our relationship with our relocation department. So for this, you need to be a previews property specialist, and you also need to have gone through our reload training. And when that happens, any lead that comes into this company that's $500,000 and over are going to all of you first. And so again, that means that you are a preview specialist, that you are trained in relocation, and then you would have received all of any of the leads that are coming in at $500,000 or over. Really awesome. We also do group photos in 5280 and a CH&L magazine. We have discount pricing on CH&L. Tons of refresher courses, lots of courses that we do offer, and those will typically be at no cost to you, and so much more. One of the biggest events that a lot of our previous agents love and continue to talk about year over year and continue to come back for is going to be the annual Previews Business Conference. So this luxury business conference is a 2-day retreat that we have been hosting in Vail. It's been absolutely fantastic. So we will pay for accommodations. We've got we've got classes for you. We have events. We do dinners. The dinners are phenomenal, and we probably get the most feedback on those dinners just because we make them, very small, so they can be very inclusive. So you can talk and get to know the people who are at your table. They're usually hosted by a partner or a vendor of ours. Just really, really nice to be able to share ideas, see what people are doing in other markets, and also just be able to network with your fellow agents in another market. I know out of this, even just out of our last year's previous conference, which was in Vail in November, we had so many agents within just our company come out with a few deals actually, which is really, really, it's really nice to see on our ends, to see that kind of stuff be go to work in real time. So there was a Fort Collins and a Colorado Springs agent who were able to connect directly out of this business conference and make something happen for their clients. So it's really, really nice to see. But I mean, that's one of the many benefits of being able to attend something like this. We fly in speakers from all over the country to come and give outstanding talks to just continue educating us on everything that we can. So everything that I mentioned in the slide portion of the presentation, all of that is coming at you for $200 a quarter. And that, again, gives you everything that I've gone through here. So it's going to be the 60-second and the 90-second personal video that you wanted, your gold envelopes, the ATM program. In addition now to also we're participating, what's been added to the ATM are the phone calls. So we actually do phone calls on your behalf as well to certain zip codes. So that's another addition into that ATM program. We've got 8 different meetings throughout the year, which are going to be educational as well as networking opportunities. Everything listed here, the business conference, all of that offered to you specifically through joining what's called the Previews Members Only program. And so again, for that you would need to be a part of. You would need to qualify for membership with the criteria that I listed at the beginning. And following, you can enjoy all of these amazing opportunities here for you. So if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy, if I don't know the answer, I'm happy to get you to the right person who can help you with the right information. My information, you can contact me by email, Katrina, Katrina.debacco, DEBACCO, @coloradohomes.com. So please ask me anything. You also have the chat box right now, which I have open. So if you have any questions on anything that I went over and covered today, please go ahead and chat away in that box. I'm over here trying to eye it, and I've been keeping my eye on it to see if any of you do have questions, but I am here for anything at all. And like I said, I love this program for everything that it does stand for. So just, stemming back from its beginning roots of matching people with the right property. That's what we're doing every day in real estate. And with Coldwell Banker's luxury program, all that we're doing is just really giving you the resources to kind of, up your level of service and up your level of expertise in specifically the luxury arena. And there's great stuff all around. Print side, online side, editorials, social media, anything that you're looking for, Coldwell Banker does offer that through its luxury program. So it doesn't look like there are any questions. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you had a wonderful President's Weekend and are able to enjoy a little bit of today's beautiful weather. Thanks so much, guys, and have a great day.